Hi guys, hope you're well. I haven't done a video for a while, so I just thought I'd have a bit of a discussion on FAD diets. So there's a few names from like quick fix diets, FAD diets, detoxes, these sort of things where really they're marketed as a massive fat loss, quick fat loss kind of tool. Before I start, I'd just like to say I am against a lot of the idealistics of these companies and whatnot, but I'm not against every method like regarding like say detoxing and whatnot. I understand the health benefits behind things like this. What I just think is that a lot of people sign up to things like this for the wrong reasons, complete wrong reasons. So basically, let's start with just a random diet. Say Joe Bloggs goes to a company and says, right, I want to lose weight, so join our 8-week trade, whatever it might be. So let me make this clear before I get ahead of myself. Any idiot in the world can get you to lose weight if they say to you, right, I want you to eat 2 Weetabix for your breakfast, a piece of protein and a potato for your lunch, and a piece of meat and veg. So basically that's starvation. You're being starved. I back my nana, who's in her 80s, not in a great place upstairs, unfortunately, which is sad. But anyway, I back my nana could take a team of clients by putting these sort of idealistics in, oats, whatever for lunch. Because they're in a calorie deficit, they're going to lose weight anyway, but they're not only in a calorie deficit, they're in a dangerously low calorie deficit. They're being starved. Now, are you going to lose fat? Yes. Are you going to be able to stick to that past, say, I don't think I could do that for 5 days, let alone however long a lot of these things are set out. So, I would give someone £100 if they could stick to a lot of these companies. If you could stick to the way that these are set out for more than a month, I would genuinely give you £100, because I don't live like that. Say if I'm doing a prep for a show even, or say I'm doing a little cut for a holiday, even I don't have to live like that. So I don't understand it. And now I would like to talk about the weight loss side of it as well. So a lot of people will kind of say, oh, well, I started that and I lost £6 in the first week. Yeah, you might have lost that on scale weight, but believe you me, that is not fat. That is not fat. That's water weight. And that's why it starts and it's all coming off and they're thinking, oh, brilliant, this is the thing for me, this is great. And then it slows down and slows down and slows down. That's also the reason why as soon as you go back to eating like a normal person and not like a robot, you put this weight straight back on, because it's not real, it's not fat, it's water, and you need to get that through. The amount of people that and I take people on and they'll lose £0.5 in a week, and I can tell they're disappointed. I've even got people who lose £2 in a week who are disappointed, and I can see it in the face. But it's because of these companies and the starvation diets, if you like, that's what I like to call them, that it gives people like me and coaches that kind of work with lifestyle not a bad name, I would say, because anyone who knows basically, but it gives us that hard job of trying to get into someone's head of that £2 in a week is actually a fucking very good loss, a very, very good loss. And if that is fat, that's which again I would always caution down the side of that if someone lost £2 in a week, even that wouldn't be all fat for me. I think half a pound to a pound a week of actual fat would be a very good result for most clients. And And it is basically just playing that long game, really. The reason I do what I do is because it is the long game. I like people to live real lives, you know. I'll have a beer on a weekend, and one of my clients actually asked me the other day, why, you know, can we have that? And, you know, unless you're going in for, say, a competition and you've said to me, right, Chris, I need to be in this shape in 8 weeks, or if you're going on holiday and whatnot, do you know what? I do not have any problem at all with someone having a beer or two on a weekend, as long as that is not being abused and you know, a binging habit's not being created, and as long as we're still getting results. You know, there is you know, I'm not basically not saying come to me, I'll let you eat what you want. I don't do that. You know, we have a routine in place. Every one of my clients has a routine in place. But if they do want a drink on a weekend with family, that's fine, because I'm not one of these. And you can argue with me until you're blue in the face. This is not real life. Going around to a family barbecue and taking your own meal, unless you're prepping for a competition, I'm sorry, but that is not real life. That's you. And anyone who tells me they can still enjoy themselves and do that, you're just lying to me. You're looking me dead in the eye and you are lying to me, because that, you know, again, I totally admire it if it's for a competition. I would have done it if, you know, if I was, say, 4 weeks out from a comp. But you see people doing things like that for you know, weight loss for a holiday and whatnot. You know, I would rather teach my clients to be able to go to that, not binge, choose the right options, and have a good time, you know. And I'm just, yeah, I'm against the kind of quick fix scenario. I think it does create eating disorders, like I mentioned in the past, you know. If someone does manage to stick to the plan and they lose all this weight, they'll do that for 4 weeks, and then when they go back to eating normal, as I say, the weight goes back on. So then they start punishing themselves for the foods they're eating. They start having bad relationships, you know, thinking certain foods are totally off. Like, oh, I hate that. You know, that doesn't agree with me. Bread doesn't agree with me. You know, these sort of comments, unless you've got an intolerance, are just bullshit. You know, you've basically created a bad habit by following something for so long. So that's why if someone says to me, Chris, you've put chicken and potatoes in my plan, can I have a wrap instead of potatoes? Yes, that's fine. You know, you're not going to have a piece of bread and all of a sudden, you know, balloon into bloody Aunt Marge of Harry Potter. You know, it's not going to happen. A calorie is a calorie, like I always say. You know, so don't restrict yourselves too much, and don't kind of get lured into these companies, because they're daft. You know, I'm not going to mention any names of them, but that's another one. I know I went back to saying my grandma, my nana could get someone to lose weight. You know, what if I brought out the Chris Howell coffee system? You know, this is how we're going to do it. For meal 1 and meal 2, you have a black coffee, and then for meal 3, you have a piece of steak and some veg and some potatoes. Brilliant, yeah. You're going to lose weight, and you know, we're going to get results, but who in God's name lives like that? Who does? So, you know, just food for thought this morning. You know, I just thought I'd go over a certain topic that I thought was apt. So, hope you enjoyed, guys, and any questions, feel free to drop me a line. Cheers, guys.